250 was the Newbury Autumn Hurdle over the extended 2 miles. 5 went to post here, and Flagship Uberalis was favoured on the off at 2 to 1.
Understarted orders, they're off.
For the Newbury Autumn Hurdle, racing towards the first of 8 flights, Sound Appeal quite keen. Head held high towards the first, in the noseband Flagship Uberalis. And then also in the noseband up the inner was Senkos. Over the first, Sharur is taking a keen tug, and Zafarabad is settling nicely last of the 5. So they pass the enclosures, and the front two both taking a real tug at their riders here. Sound Appeal towards the inside of Flagship Uberalis. 4 lengths then to Senkos. 3 parts to Sharur, and finally Zafarabad as they swing left-handed and begin a longish run towards flight number 2. Just 3 flights in the back straight, and it's Sound Appeal that just leads to the ex-Irish horse Flagship Uberalis, and the ex-French horse Senkos in third. Sharur is 4-1 from last, and finally Zafarabad. Into the back they go. Flight number 2 coming up. Sound Appeal by a bit more than a length to Flagship Uberalis. So they take this one. The 2 leaders all very fluent, so are the others, Senkos, Sharur and Zafarabad. Flight number 3 now, Sound Appeal from Flagship Uberalis and Senkos and Sharur as they took this one, and now 3 or 4 lengths to Zafarabad, who's being patiently ridden by Richard Johnson in last place. On towards the next. Flight number 4, the last in the back straight, and then they'll have a very long run round to the home straight where 4 flights of hurdles await them. And up front, Sound Appeal with Flagship Uberalis and Senkos now towards the outside. He was on the inside earlier on. Sharur and Zafarabad all jumping economically and cleanly so far as they now approach this left-hand turn, and it's Sound Appeal and Flagship Uberalis. They've gone head and head throughout. The others are getting much closer, breathing down their necks. Senkos in third, Sharur towards the inside, and Zafarabad, who's closed up in last place. A downhill run, slightly downhill towards the home turn, and Sound Appeal is still out in front, but the others are waiting to pounce. Senkos has moved up very smoothly indeed in the red sleeve jacket. Flagship Uberalis just losing his position slightly there. Zafarabad and finally Sharur as they make this turn. 4 flights of hurdles left to jump. Sound Appeal is trying to shrug them off. Senkos is getting much closer in second place. Flagship Uberalis challenging again up the inside. Zafarabad fairly coasting out wide, and finally Sharur over 4 out. Flagship Uberalis may just have been in front again from Sound Appeal, now flat-footed. Senkos. Zafarabad will challenge out wide, the near side over 3 outs. Sharur continues in last place. They've got 3 furlongs left to cover, and it's Flagship Uberalis from Senkos. The danger could be the grey Zafarabad coming there strongly towards the outside as they race towards 2 out. Flagship Uberalis from Zafarabad, who's now hitting top gear, and Richard Johnson hasn't twitched yet on Zafarabad, who breezes into the lead. He now pulls the whip on Flagship Uberalis. They've quickened well clear of the others. Senkos can't go on. The final flight is Zafarabad a half length to Flagship Uberalis, who went through the top. They're well clear of Senkos, Sharur and Sound Appeal, who got tired, but entering the final furlong now, a long run in, and Zafarabad is woken up in front and beginning to stretch. Flagship Uberalis has kept going well in second place, but up towards the line he can't live with Zafarabad, who's being eased down inside the final 20 yards to win very happily indeed. Zafarabad, Flagship Uberalis second, Sharur plodded on for third ahead of Senkos and Sound Appeal.
Richard Johnson maintaining his 100% record on David Nicholson's gelding Zafarabad, the 5 to 2.